Good evening, folks. It's the 22nd of March, 2020. How are y'all doing tonight? A lot of craziness going on out in the world today. Uh, we got that COVID-19 thing, the virus out of China that came out of a Chinese lab in Wuhan has now infected the world, killing thousands. Over 300,000 are infected. Death rates across the globe range from 4.26 to 4.34 globally. Everybody's really concerned about it. Italy, its death rate is currently 9.01. The United States has some 33,000 cases currently, and a death rate of 1.25%. Where I'm at here in Texas, I guess we're getting late in the game, so we have 627 infected, 6 dead, with a death rate of 0.98%. Dallas has issued a stay-at-home order effective tonight at midnight, or whatever, tonight it goes into effect. Events have been canceled, businesses closed, the stores, the shelves are pretty bare. My wife, as you know, works for a retailer, and they have a grocery store, so in their building, so they're allowed to stay open. And she tells me daily, honey, we have no water, no toilet paper, no bread, no milk, no eggs, no alcohol, no hand sanitizer, nothing. And the canned goods have been flying off the shelves. She says we have no more, I can't remember exactly what she was saying. Oh, no more chef. It's that little can with little circular things and meatballs in it. I don't know what it's called. We have no more of that. The truck comes and everything that is on the truck food-wise seems to be gobbled up within about 5 days. And so they sit Sunday and Monday waiting for their truck to come on Tuesday so they can do it all over again. They're tired. They're being overworked big time. The people are good. The people that my wife is serving are good people. A lot of good acts of kindness, paying it forward, just being good to people is happening. Every day she tells me, this guy comes in and he asks for toilet paper. And this is the story she told me the night before last. Man said, look, I only have 1 roll of toilet paper left. That's it. I need toilet paper. And she says, I'm sorry, we don't have any. Well, another person, I guess the person who had just walked out of the whatever. Anyway, she had heard what was going on and had some toilet paper in her car and gave him a 12-pack of toilet paper. Just brought it to him and said, here, now you got some toilet paper. Good stories all the time seem to be coming to surface around Mother and I, for sure. Miss Marquita stopped by and checked on me the other day to make sure that we were okay and had food and toilet paper and water and whatnot. And here I've spent most all my life worrying about other people, and it's a little uncomfortable for me to be the one that is being worried about. But I guess there's reason. Any case, Dallas is going to do a stay-at-home order. We now have, in my city, in Tarrant County, we have 4 confirmed cases, I think 48 or 52 cases in the county, but in my city alone there's now 4 cases of this virus, and it is spreading like wildfire, in part because of kids who, of course, even when I was their age, I felt invincible. Like I could do anything, I could say anything, I could do anything, I could beat anything. Of course, I did it because, you know, life, they're doing it. Like in Florida, they're doing it just to go get drunk and party. But it's the same thing. Is this virus fake? By that I mean it doesn't exist. All this is concocted via the media. No, I don't think so. The virus is very real. The virus is very real. The virus came from the laboratory in China, Wuhan. They, whether intentionally or not, I cannot say, but they released it and then tried to cover it up. And that is why this, for the most part, the people who were in the beginning, the people who were not involved in what was happening, didn't have the information of what was going on. And so, of course, they start thinking it's fake. I just had a conversation with somebody on this Discord channel who tells me we're not at war. There's no tanks, no guns, no bullets, nobody's dying from gunshot wounds or blasts. And I said, this is the 21st century, sir. We fight electronically for the most part now. And we do. And we are at war. And to bring my point home to him, I said, well, you say we're not at war because you don't see tanks and bullets. Can you go outside to the party that you want to go to this weekend or whatever, party with your people, go to the club? Can you do that? Can you go at any moment like you've always been able to, at least for the last 20 years or so, been able to go to the grocery store and get whatever you wanted, whenever you wanted, without an issue? Toilet paper, water, food, bread, milk, eggs, whatever it may be? No. We are at war, and it's affecting all of us. It is affecting all of us, and it's affecting my community. Maybe a little more than it would be affecting anybody else's yet. But then again, I'm not that bad off, because there's other people that I know that their community is even worse. So, no, it's not fake. It is a real virus. I think what is frustrating for me is the hype that the emphasis that people are putting on this. For example, I listened to Dr. John Campbell for updates. He seems to be pretty on the ball. Anyway, he's suggesting that within a year, that this virus will infect 3.85 billion people, half our population of the planet. And with the death rate, when I first calculated these death rates, it was a little bit lower, but I calculated a death rate of 3.85 billion people at 4.25%, which is what the world current death rate was at the time. I come up with 156 million people dying from this virus. Now, I also went ahead and applied the Italy number of 9.01%, and I come up with 347 million people dying from this. I don't believe so. I really don't believe so. If it does, There's nothing that I would be able to do to affect or stop it anyway, other than stay in house and away from people to prevent the spread, to bring down that that peak that's shooting up right now in America, to get it to start curving and come back down under a level, to give us time to manufacture the equipment, time to get all the products where they need to go, time to get closer to either a vaccine if you're pro-vaxxer, or more treatments such as the malaria medicine with the erythromycin. That's what we're looking at now. It's not that this virus is going to be stopped by us or anybody else so much as we're trying to slow it down so that they have time to work on treatments and cures. Because if everybody was to continue to do what they were doing without restriction or request to stay in your house and do your part for your fellow man by staying the hell away from people, basically, and not spreading any bad things, without all that and the inconveniences that it's putting our nations through, you know, you're looking at 3.85 billion people being infected with this, and the death numbers between 156 and 347 million people. That's why it's important for you to do your part. I do not believe that we're headed for martial law, like everybody seems to be a lot of people are pushing. Oh God, we're going to martial law. Why? Now I will tell you, if the stupid people who may tend to gather in large groups, whom you should not ever underestimate when that happens, if they do something like, you know, start committing violence like Antifa or whoever else, and start causing shit and stirring up shit that way, and people start dying in the streets from people fighting, then of course I'm sure some areas may have to have a little bit of assistance to maintain law and order. But as long as everybody stays cool, uses their head, understands what's going on, stays informed with what's going on, there's no reason to be fearful. There's no reason to get upset. There is no reason to go out and hurt people or try to steal from people because you're too whatever you are. You couldn't take care of your own situation. Make it somebody else's problem. You know, that's your thing. That ain't mine. But there is no fear here. My community has 4 cases. The people are nice. My neighbors are nice. We're loving each other, checking on each other. Hell, I think the first time in about 2 years I actually talked to my brother today too. So I kind of look at this as a possibility for people to get back to what's important, and that's family, each other, taking care of each other, the community, your neighbors, your city, whatever the case may be. But anyway, if we all come together and do this and allow the time to be taken to get this treatment / cure finished, everything will be rosy. Things will go back somewhat to normal, or maybe a new normal, because certainly business as usual is what got us into this mess anyway. So some things will have to change, but it's okay. We are at war, everybody, and it is important for all of us to, number 1, remain calm, number 2, have no fear, turn off the media, don't listen to that crap, and 3, do your part by doing your part to stop or delay the spread of this virus that humanity has never been exposed to. That's apparently why it's so viral in us. And of course, we already covered where it came from. So, we're at war. We're going to make it through. Yes, we are. Don't have fear in your heart. Stress, I know, is high. Do what you can to manage your stress. Breathe. Sit upright. Good posture. If you do sit upright and you do have good posture, it's really hard for you to be upset about something. If you're slunched over like, I don't know, a sock in a corner, if you're slunched over like this, it's very easy to have bad thoughts, negative thoughts, and it's also very hard to be positive and upbeat when you're like this. Just a simple change in your posture. Hold that for a few minutes, and you can actually change your entire attitude for that moment. Love each other, man. Be good to each other. Get back to what's important. The family unit, the people. Get back to what's important to you. And live your life the best way you can. Love each other. Be good to each other and protect each other always. Peace.